If you're relocating to Kansas City or maybe moving back here for the first time in years, there's one secret strategy that some of my clients, some people who have found themselves in your exact shoes have used to not only buy that property, control their timeline, but do it without getting into bidding wars or having to write 3 to 5 offers to buy just one single house, or without even having to carry 2 separate mortgages. In this video, I'm going to give you the 5 reasons why you should consider buying a new construction home when you move to Kansas City. 1, so that you can avoid bidding wars, because yes, the housing market is heating up, and 2, so that you can control your timeline. Right? Because there's a lot of variables that we can't quite control when we're moving across the country. But if we could pick one path right off the bat that's going to give you a huge advantage, not have to write a bunch of offers on one house, it would be buying a new house and looking at new homes. And here's why. Imagine you've got to go to the grocery store, okay? 2 scenarios. 1, you could either go early in the morning, nobody else is there, they've just stocked the shelves, you can get in and out really quickly. Or 2, you've got to go after work when everybody else is also going to be there. It's going to take you more time, you're going to have to wait in line, they might be out of some key items that you are certainly after, and it's just going to be a mess. Nobody wants to be at a big crowd, right? That's exactly what it's like shopping for pre-existing homes during the crowded hours where there's not all the inventory there versus the empty grocery store early in the morning that's been fully stocked. If your budget is anywhere between $450 to $550, some places, it depends on the location, but we can most likely find you a brand new home. If your budget is $550 and up, we could certainly find you a new home many places around the Kansas City metro area. Most people go into the game with the assumption that it is just not an option for them. So that pigeonholes them to going to the grocery store at that one time when it's already busy. It's going to take them way longer to buy the products they actually want. They're going to have to pay a lot more for them. But if you're moving across the country and there's a crowded market over here, zig when everybody else zags, right? Go after the new home that not everybody else is shopping for. Because let's face it, the market is heating up and you don't want to be in a situation where you've also got to control for a whole nother variable of whether or not you get your offer accepted. Having to fall in love with one house, lose out on the contract, having to write a whole new offer, reinvent the wheel over and over and over again where everybody else is shopping versus going right into the store, seeing the finished product right there firsthand, knowing that you've got a warranty on it, and being able to purchase it with a close date that fits you the best. Those are the 2 biggest advantages. Number 3 is that new homes are truly turnkey. And this isn't to say that you can't find a truly turnkey pre-existing home. You certainly can. But most likely that's only the case if the owner took really good care of it, which is very rare and it's hard to find. And 2, if it's been like recently updated or remodeled or refinished, okay? That's very rare as well. And if that's the case, those 2 homes are going to get most of the attention. And in that situation, again, we're back to number 1 and 2 where, we've got a lot of variables we can't quite control. Why add another difficult task to the list of, winning a bidding war for one of those homes? Instead, most of the time what you'll find is based on the price range you're searching at, those homes most likely need some updates, okay? Whether it's paint or refinishing the hardwood floors or making the kitchen, updated for today's standards. Same deal with the primary bathroom. There are going to be some things that you're most likely going to want to fix before you move in. But that opens up a whole different ballgame because now we've got to talk to contractors in a world where those guys are booked out weeks or months even. This isn't to say that there are not going to be any problems that happen. There certainly can be, and it happens, but most likely you're going to find yourself in a better position where that home is turnkey, move-in ready. If it's not, you've got a bumper-to-bumper warranty for year 1 up to year 2. Everything in the mechanical systems or behind the woodwork is covered and guaranteed. And up to 10 years after that, all of the structure of the home is warranted as well. So you've got a backstop. You also know that it's brand new, nobody's lived in it, so you don't have to deal with any of the hidden defects that you would find in a pre-existing home. It is fully turnkey, which saves you a lot of time, saves you a lot of money, even though it seems like it might cost a little bit more upfront, it's going to save you a lot on the back end. Number 4 is resale value. Everybody cares about resale value because when you're buying a home, most of the time it's an investment, right? You want to at least protect your money and make sure that you're making money or at least not losing money. So whether you're moving here, and I've come across this scenario a lot, and you're planning on being here for 2 to 3 years, you're not sure what's going to happen after that, so you need to know that you're able to resell your home. Look at it at face value, okay? You've got a brand new home that's built for 2023's living standards with 2023 design. It's up to 2023 code, which is going to save you a lot of money every single month in energy savings. Brand new mechanical systems, warranty on the home, at least the 10-year structural warranty by the time that you move out. It's only had one owner. Versus the home that's been around for 60 to 80 years. It's had 3 to 5 owners, and each of those owners have done different updates with different contractors who had different levels of quality work on a floor plan that was quite frankly built for the 1980s or the early 2000s. Now, even if it does come down to location and you've bought in a subdivision that's brand new on previously undeveloped land, retail always follows residential. So most likely, all of that land around you is going to be developed into valuable amenities that help increase the value of your location and attract your buyer when it comes time to sell. Number 5 is you can avoid having to worry about carrying 2 mortgages at once or not having the down payment from the house you need to sell in another state. In other words, you can write a contingent purchase offer, okay? Couple scenarios. Let's say you've got a house in whatever state you're moving to Kansas City from. We've got to sell that house before you purchase and close on the brand new house. Well, what we can do is we can write an offer to the builder that says, okay, builder, we'll buy your house at this close date at this price, only if we can sell our house. So why would the builder say yes? Well, they would say yes if they knew that you had an accepted offer in hand and you were going to close on your home. Or they would accept that offer and arrangement if they knew that your home was priced competitively and they could be confident that your home would sell, which means you'd be able to turn around and buy their home. Now, not every builder is going to do this, and this only works with spec or inventory homes that are move-in ready, but these are homes that you're most likely looking at anyway. Obviously, they're not going to do this for a ground-up build, but this means that if you don't have the money for the down payment without selling your home, you get to sell your home first. And it also means if you don't have the income to carry 2 separate mortgages, you get to sell your home first before buying and closing on the whole new one. It all comes down to timing, but that's a problem that we can solve later. This opens up your options quite a bit. It means that you don't have to worry about being homeless for a set amount of time or finding a short-term rental that's going to charge you an arm and a leg. However, there are 2 disadvantages. But if we can get past these 2 disadvantages of buying a new home, you will be set up for success. Number 1 is not all of these homes make it in the MLS, which means you won't be able to find all of your options on home search sites like Zillow, Redfin, Trulia, etc. And even if you do, you won't be able to find the estimated completion date, which makes it really difficult to rule out the homes that, quite frankly, are not going to be ready by the time that you need them to. I can help you solve this by I hunt down the homes that fit your criteria so you don't have to have a million tabs open on Google. And I can do that by leveraging relationships I already have with the builder sales representatives, which means you don't have to write all the emails or make all of the phone calls. You get the hand-picked selection of homes that fit your timeline, your needs, without having to do all of that research and spending all of your time doing it when you're juggling a lot of other things, especially if you're moving across the country. Number 2 is having information on who's a good builder, what's a good new home community, why are the costs at this new home community more expensive than this one. If that sounds good and you'd like to work with me or learn a little bit more, because there's a lot more that goes into this, I would love to help. All of my contact information's in the description. Either send me a text, an email, or give me a phone call. We can sit down, talk about your timeline, what you're looking for, where you're at, and I'll deliver that hand-picked selection right to you. And then we can move from there so that you don't have to go through all of the headache and worry about juggling all of these different things at once. On top of, let's say, God forbid, you had to buy a pre-existing home and write a bunch of different offers. Now, if that makes sense for you, go ahead, get a hold of me. I'm really quick to respond. I'm here to help, even if you need to buy a home in the next week or the whole year. I'm here to help regardless of where you're at. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe so you don't miss value-packed videos just like this and market updates. It'll save you a lot of time and money, and I will see you on the next video.